extraordinary longevity, and for logical goals. A man of value, passion and loyalty for over 20 years, Alessandro Del Piero played throughout the world and left his mark on the history of Italian football. And if there is an ounce of love in football, he is the perfect embodiment of it. With Juventus, the goalador with the hanging tongue has won it all. Elegant ball at his feet, he built his legend by becoming the club's all-time top scorer. Today, Alessandro Del Piero can easily boast the status of a football legend. A look back at the career of the man known as Piero in images. Alessandro Del Piero was born on November 9, 1974. The boy from Cogliano in the province of Treviso was fascinated by football from an early age. Together with his friends, he spent his days imitating the stars of the time, and in particular his idol, a certain Michel Platini. This was the beginning of his great love for Juventus. Although he was considered too frail in his early days, he played his first professional match in Serie B at the age of only 17. Although his appearances on the pitch remained rare, the Italian seduced one of the emissaries of Juventus of Turin. Everything went very quickly. In the summer of 1993, Del Piero joined his beloved club. The beginning of a love story were not long in coming, as it only took him 2 games to score his first goal. But still, he scored a hat-trick in his third appearance. After an acclamation season, Del Piero during the 1994-95 season became a major element of the Bianconeri and contributed to the doubled Cup League and the first in 34 years. At the centre of the tactics of his coach at the time, Marcello Lippi, he even pushed out Roberto Baggio, the star of the Tifosi, at the end of the season. A choice which will pay off for the Turin managers, since Juventus won the Champions League, the European Super Cup and the Intercontinental Cup 1 year later. The Italian made a name for himself and exploded in the eyes of the whole world. It must be said that until 1998 he had an insolent success on the European stage, scoring no less than 23 goals in 30 matches in C1 and playing in 3 consecutive finals. Placed in the Ballon d'Or, but never won. His high-flying performance and creative spirit on the ground earned him the nickname Piero. Having become a worldwide reference, nothing seems to stop the Italian maestro anymore. Not even an injury sustained in November 1998, which kept him away from the field for 9 months. Nor the relegation to Serie B in 2006 following the Calciopoli scandal. In the meantime, he wins with his new attacking partner David Trezeguet, 4 new Scudettos in 2002, 2003, 2005 and 2006, before the last 2 are finally withdrawn from the Piemonte's club. Although Del Piero has been benched several times after the arrival of Fabio Capello and Zlatan Ibrahimovic at the head of Turin, he remains in the eyes of the fans Il Capitano. His status as a Turin icon will be further strengthened when he decides to stay at the club despite being relegated to Serie B following a case of match fixing.
Chiaro che l'amore, la fede, insomma, è il legame che ho con questa società, con questi colori, con questa gente, questo posto, insomma, dove sono cresciuto praticamente, ha avuto un'importanza molto rilevante sulla mia decisione di rimanere.
Faithful, he will allow his club to gradually regain its greatness and prove that season after season he is truly indispensable to his team. In 2012, Piero, then 38 years old, will compete in his last season. A real luxury joker for his coach Antonio Conte, he will leave his longtime club with a new Scudetto and 3 goals, which will prove important in the conquest of the title. In his last match against Atlanta, he will come out to the cheers of the Tifosi and take a lap of honour as the match continues to be played. Although the latter will declare that he wants to continue for another year or 2, the Turin management believes that it is time to move on. Under 19 seasons under the Bianconeri colours, Alessandro Del Piero will have scored 290 goals in 705 matches, making him the most capped player and top scorer in the history of the Piemonte's club. He then chose FC Sydney to conclude his glorious career and the Delhi Dynamo 2 years later to promote the Indian Championship. Alessandro Del Piero also has a strong love affair with the Squadra Azzurri. Selected for the first time in 1995 by Arrigo Sacchi, from 1996 to 2008 he took part in all the international competitions. He was out of shape during the 1998 World Cup following an injury sustained shortly before the competition. At Euro 2000, he will be one of the unfortunate heroes of one of the most painful episodes in the history of the Italian national team. He came on in the second half and missed 2 chances to double the lead against Fabien Barthés's France. Severely criticised for his inability to make the squadra win, and replacing his friend Francesco Totti during the 2002 World Cup in Asia, he will take his revenge in 2006. He scored in the semi-final against Germany after extra time. He scored a penalty kick in the final against France, and at 31 adds his most beautiful row to an already impressive list of achievements. Throughout his career, Alessandro Del Piero belonged to a category of artists, a species that had become far too rare today. The 5'8" man owes his career to an exceptional talent at the service of unfailing professionalism. If he can single-handedly assume the role of goalscorer or team leader, above all, Del Piero is an ideal supporter for a forward. Sense of dribbling, technical finesse, vision of the game. The Italian is a creative player who has all the attributes of the complete striker, capable of making the difference on his own in the last 30 meters. Del Piero was also an outstanding cold-blooded man and one of the greatest specialists of his generation, together with David Beckham and Jorginho as a free kick taker. Who wouldn't like to have such a player on his team? In any case, Juventus can boast having had for almost 2 decades a world football legend in their ranks, a player of heart and class. In your opinion, is Alessandro Del Piero one of the greatest Italian players of all time? Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, don't hesitate to talk about our channel around you, to like it and to share it. And we'll see you soon for a new video. Ciao!